Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Youth Parliament coming to you live from the studios of Always Radio. We're live on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube. You like the comments, share them, like it, and let everybody have access to what we are saying today. Today we are, having a nosedive into the Agyapadie document. Phase 2 of the Agyapadie document. The document has served as a manual for a group of people to rule this country. People that think that the destiny and the forward march of this nation is their bona fide property, is their right, and they consider themselves as first-class citizens. And they look down on other tribes, and they have managed to execute some of the points that are enumerated in the Agyapadie document. Once again, you like, you share, you comment. Today is nothing short of the Agyapadie document. And today, I want us straight to go up, straight to phase 2, which has to do with the banking sector, and how the writers, the people that are responsible for this document, have done a calculated job. How they've been able to implement and execute the plans that are written in this document just to benefit a few families at the expense of the taxpayer. And believe me, time will tell. Now, when we take the phase 2 of the document, and as I read, that this stage is scheduled to commence from January 2021. Mind you, they've already implemented. This document was written in 2016 to see how they can go about to win the 2020 election and how they implement the document in 2021. Should the Ghanaian give the NPP the nod, which they have successfully executed. Say, phase 2. This stage is scheduled to commence from January 2021, giving the high livelihood of Ghanaians, giving Nana another term to govern this country. This phase will consolidate the gains made in banking, insurance, and capital markets sector. It will also see the banking or see a significant stakes in mining, oil and gas, telecommunication, as well as marine and aviation. The area of general manufacturing and commerce, which was not part of phase 1, has been introduced here. So the target for phase 2 has to do with banking sector, insurance and capital. Talk of aviation and marine, telecommunication. This is their targets for the phase 2. Now, when you take the banking, appendix 1.4, I don't know if you guys are there. Appendix 1.4, banking, insurance and capital, then to 3 tier. Consequently, the strategy to be deployed in each of the sub-sector would be along the lines of mother, biological children, and adopted children. Mother, which is the supervisory body, biological children, which is direct control, that is the mafias, and adopted children, that is indirect control. So, my people, when we take the appendix 1.4 cross 1, that is the banking, they say categorically, at least we are not done with this in Agyapadie. We'll continue. I think this whole week is for Agyapadie. The mother, if you read vividly, they said control of the mother, that is the Bank of Ghana. The mother here refers to the Bank of Ghana. Mother, control of the mother is essential to control the industry. So far, the head of the MAGA, that is the governor of the Bank of Ghana, and his first deputy are strongly aligned to our cause. God. They are from our compound, and we perceived no threat from these two. The second deputy appeases the gender advocate and is also not a source of discomfort. In this vein, there is no need for changes in those places. It is, however, noted that the head is likely to reach retirement age before the end of phase 2. In that situation, the deputy would have to be supported to take over. Replacement of the first deputy in such circumstance will not be by promoting the second deputy into the role of the first. Rather, a strong Baumia loyalist should be appointed to the role to further strengthen the Baumia political cause. This, in line with protecting the legacy of Nana, could enable us to sidestep and further alienate the Kufuor faction. Right. Comrades. Chris.
You see, as Mr. Speaker rightly read, let me take you to the, I think the
biological children?
The banking.
Okay.
Listen, anytime we are talking about the state capture, you must listen and listen very well.
Yeah.
So far as the Agyapadie document is concerned, introduction, the economy and the financial system institute the nerves of what? Every country, which means they are targeting the heart of the country.
Yes.
Look, it's here for 1 year, and you're going to do a whole. Now, sir, woman say mo say mo Ghana maya also be a 10 year. Na do na pound for offer penny fee ni some enkofobi say omo pese o mining na yesi kakra bia no omo je na mo tinye na etimi control.
Target is the economy, the finance, the governance, the technology sector.
Right. Tio Ena omo yen hihye na amana yede abem muntie. Phase 2, the first phase of the economic and financial sector control was to be implemented in the Nanado's first term of what? Office.
Yeah.
You know, some kai banking sector clean up now more you know. The indigenous Ghanaian banks, the likes of GN Bank, Capital Bank, no. Some banks way and also Sikakabio,
Alaja Koko ni bank niya.
Omo guni na mo diga obiemu for muntie banking sector clean up no a clear manifestation of what the Agyapadie document. So you both should listen and listen very well. They said the first phase of the banking sector capture is going to be implemented in the first term of what Nana Bidan Kwaku,
which they have done.
And anything that banking sector clean up no. Omugu Ghana banks bebre to say zero bank
with 9 million. That billion to do, they end up using over 25 billion.
Exactly. Almost here 25 billion, right? And I answer.
They need 9 million
cities.
9 billion to revamp and resuscitate this.
And to say, Momo Papa, and I say, Papa. I don't know use
9 billion. They end up using 25 billion.
I don't see. Omo pese omo Jessica crab na ere edition buboto no mo no massage. Na aho kire emini Ghana for. Untie niye. Anything I say banking sector no omo bagu bi GN Bank, Capital Bank, no na say omo gumi na say na be ya Data Bank of Ofuriatani Bank no obetime you should listen very well. They have succeeded in what? Wiping the state-owned and state-owned the indigenous Ghanaian banks. The macro economic backbone no omutimi eguni na they have collapsed all. So now the market woman cannot go and access 2,000 loan. The businessman cannot go and access 5,000 loan for investment and reinvestment and for what? Job creation. That is what we are talking about today. And if you sit down and you think you are an MPP person, you are an Ashanti, and you are comfortable, this is what they are doing to our country.
Sam, if you look at this case, the Ghana Amalgamated Trust, the GATT, received 800 million Ghana cedi from government to ensure that ADB, Prudential Bank, Universal Merchant Bank, National Investment Bank, and Omni Basic Bank were able to meet the minimum capital requirement to set by the Bank of Ghana. These banks are neither government banks in the main, have friendly ownerships. That notwithstanding, our local international partners are ready to be able to take over government stake arising from the 800 million injection.
Comrade, thank you very much. Chris, once again, let me take this opportunity and welcome you.
Thank you, my brother.
That's a good submission over there. Comrade, Hannah speaking, you made mention something over there, and you said when we were reading in the banking sector, you made mention about the mother bank, which is the biological. Very good. Now, when you look at Anderson, he's the governor.
Yes.
Right. And then this woman,
the
deputy. There's a female deputy, first deputy, and then third deputy. The female deputy. The first deputy is Elsie Ado Awaji. Yeah. She's a second deputy. And then the third deputy is Maxwell Opoku Afari. He's also the deputy. Now, what they have done so far is a well-calculated thing that they've done.
Right.
Well calculated in order to hatch it. And they are on their way hatching it.
And they made it crystal clear that the governor and the first deputy are on their side.
Yes.
Very good.
So it's not surprising that without a government parliament approval, they were able to print money.
Whatever they will do.
So now let us consider this one. Data Bank Financial Services has been playing the role of transaction advisor in major government deals, while the Enterprise Group is the main insurer of. Look, they are so wicked, reckless, disheartening individuals. They want to control even the insurance companies, and they have succeeded. Enterprise Life, we will be getting there. So look, I read further. The digitalization of payment processes through the implementation of the Ghana Quick Response Code is processing stably what? Getting all status of COVID-19 funds onto a particular document. Look, if you go further, go to the phase 3, appendix 1, 3, phase 2. This stage is scheduled to commence from January 2021, giving a high likelihood of Ghanaians giving another 10 to government, which means they have plans to continue the activity. Their reckless borrowing, that data bank will be what? Getting so much profit. When a private entity is an advisor, it takes a huge percentage of all the borrowings, everything so far as finance is concerned. Look at the critical role the data bank is playing over here under Ofori Atta. When
we go still under the banking sector.
Right.
So if you take critical look at ABSA, which is formerly the Barclays Bank, EcoBank, they've succeeded, putting their individuals there, to be able to have their way.
They started by taking off the Director General of the SNIT.
Yes.
Because SNIT has much more share in EcoBank.
Yes.
Now, putting in...
So let me help you here. Taking the EcoBank into consideration, we have two routes of entry into this institution. We'll talk about EcoBank. I don't know if you are there. So we have two routes of entry into this institution.
Right.
First is through SNIT, which has seats on the board of EcoBank, Ghana. By virtue of each shareholding, the seat is occupied by the Director General of SNIT. In phase 2 of our agenda, my God, Kofi Bosompi Osafo Mafu, who is the son of
the senior minister, Osafo Mafu,
who is the Deputy Director General of SNIT, should be made the Director General to give him the seat on the EcoBank board. Secondly, the wife of Ace Akoma is the group head of commercial banking and a member of the executive management of the managing EcoBank group. Our intelligence is that both of the role of the CEO, and managing director of EcoBank will become vacant in the next 2 or 3 years. Nana has been advised to use all diplomatic avenue to support Ace Akuma's wife to fill one of these impending vacancies.
Very good. So practically, Osafomafo's son was sent to what? Senate. Are you right?
That is why they moved the director general and made him the substantive.
Exactly. So now, you remember some few weeks ago.
This thing has been implemented.
Exactly. So some few weeks ago, you remember the sales of Senate bank properties as in the hotels.
Yes.
So now they are using friend saying Papa Nebaruka friend saying Kofi Osafomafo in consultation with Brand Echampo, the current minister of Agric, to come and buy the state-owned enterprise, the what? Senate.
Yeah.
So have you seen how crafty they have been all these years? So if not civil society organization, Okuja to Ablakwa, they could have succeeded in what? In wiping out state as the Senate.
You know the most interesting thing? We're in this country, when Osafomafo told Ghanaians that the government sector is choked, no job.
Oh, yeah. So look at how juicy.
He managed to get a son, a position.
That is the same capture, family and friends.
It will shock you the amount of money he takes home.
Yes, and now the son is the director general of Senate, just to implement this agenda.
And you, Brian Champo, you are the current minister of food and agriculture. Citizens are hungry in this country now. You know, farmers are complaining, and you are instead of you focusing on the agri sector, you want to buy hotels.
You know what?
You want to buy hotels.
Let me mention something over here which is in progress.
Okay. Right.
That's ABSA, EcoBank, Ghana Commercial Bank, Stanbic Bank, and Senate Bank. Leverage over key management personnel and some board members. That is to them what they want to do to ensure funding for private businesses aligned to our cause.
Okay.
In the unlikely event our bloc is not in power, we could also count on them to make pronouncements that will influence public opinion against the ruling government.
In simply put, what Sam Jonah just said is that
they are basically trying to say that even in the federal they are in opposition, they can still control the affairs of the country.
So I earlier stated that they want to hold the heart of the country.
Yes.
They want to hold the liver of the country, the kidney of the country, so that they'll be able to control the country even if they're in opposition. So the Ghanaian listener, the Ghanaian viewer, look, the state in which we are today, this is not time for jokes. This is not time for joke. We have seen how they have successfully collapsed state banks, indigenous-owned banks. We have seen how they have managed to centralize the banking sector. We have seen how they are able to manage and put some key people as an Kofi Osafomafo onto Senate. Yeah. And we see how far they've made an attempt to buy Senate in our own face. If not Okuja to Ablakwa. And they are targeting other facilities of interest to them. So this particular Agyapadie document, I will entreat everyone to go and read it. The content is what? Is to steal you and I, to render our future hopeless, in fact, and cripple the economy. That will be in the hands of what? A few people. Which means if you need something, you need to go and consult these people. Which means it's only a family and friend group of people that's going to be massaging the heart of the economy. And we must say no to this particular people by voting them out of power. We must vote them massively out. Every youth out there, look, this is not a fight for the NDC alone. No. This is not a fight for CPP. This is not a fight for what? Boom. This is not a fight for Chada. This is the fight of Ghana. If you are a citizen, you are a pastor, you are a marketman, you are a businessman, the Agyapadie document should be a concern to you. If not, these people will render our country hopeless.
Comrade, you see one of the recently after the banking cleaning exercise.
Right.
Good. They came out with something amalgamated bank.
Amalgamated bank.
Good.
The Ghana Amalgamated Bank Trust.
Do you know what?
GAT.
Do you know what?
The Ghana Amalgamated Trust.
I'm not a prophet.
Yeah.
I'm not a prophet. But if Ghanaians don't know, and they've tried to give the power to these people again, this particular bank, this Ghana Amalgamated Bank or whatever, will become a private own. It's in the pipeline.
Now they have the Ghana the Consolidated Bank.
That's what I'm talking about. Ghana Consolidated Bank. That is what they are processing in order to become a private owned bank. It's in the progress.
And how do we stop these people? We can only stop them by voting them, not just voting them, voting massively against them. Because we know for a fact that there are many MPP groups that are not even happy with some of these issues. You understand? So you can only do this by voting for what? A competent leader, a leader that thinks about you and I, a leader that thinks about the future of what? Unborn children. Such as I said doctor, I nearly mentioned Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's name. The second Osajifo of our time, John Dramani Mahama in the NDC.
Thank you very much. Because of time, we'll be here. I thought this week is full of Agyapadie document review. And Sam, quickly, we are still on the banking sector, down to insurance, and how they have depleted all the state-owned insurance companies to their own insurance. And please, what is your take on the banking and whatever you want to say? Let's, because of time, that tomorrow, as I'm promising my listeners and viewers, tomorrow this particular document will start in earnest.
Comrade, thank you very much. Looking at the insurance sector.
Yes, insurance, yeah.
The document
we also have mother, biological children, adopted children here as well.
The document I'm having over here, it says Security and Exchange Commission, blah blah blah, and then it comes down to Enterprise Group. That's the main insurer of government assets. And with over there,
it belongs to the mafias.
The document I have here tells me that they have fully accomplished it.
Of course. Because they've sidelined the state insurance company, yes.
Now, Ebane saying, you see, sometimes, as my colleague made mention, it will be very sad on the side of the youth to blindly, on the blind side, vote for this particular government or this particular party come 2024 December 7th. Because nyama no want to ebu sa Agyapadie krata emu no, honestly speaking, they are very, very dangerous. And if care is not taken, if care is not taken, it will turn into tribal something. Looking at the whole thing is that one, banks are who
yeah.
And I will say this on authority. Ken Oforiatta went to UT Bank man, telling him to sell the bank to him, and he refused.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, he said it.
And when they come, I will prove it to them.
The same apply to how do you call it? Pastor Otabil.
Yes.
Yes. I will mention something to you. Mr. Otabil, they have planted people in his church.
Yes. It is stated in the document.
Good. Sebi it's here for Ambrasemo. And just say, yet he had more than a year to foot.
Because if you look at Mr. Otabil's case, even though sympathetic to us, information suggests that the closure of Capital Bank has somehow affected his loyalty to Nana. Brother Ken Oforiatta's account of his demeanor on the night before the announcement of the closure of Capital Bank indicates he was not too averse with our decision. The strategic implication of Ken meeting with the pastor and subsequent feedback from the inner circle, as you rightly point out, inner circle point to the impression that he may, out of spite, opt for an NDC replacement. Should that happen, it will be seen as a declaration of war by one of our own. We should be mindful that an insider fighting you is more dangerous than the sworn enemy.
And do you know one thing that I want to speak out there? We have some pastors, some influential pastors that sees red and they say is what? White. Now they have done this now. It is now in what? In his own armpit. Yes. Which means say your opinion na say fear na say abofaja de na utimi tiana
ebikao
so this is a question to what? Our pastors. If you are a pastor, your followers are looking up to you. So you must be able to what? To play a neutral role in all issues concerning the state. Yeah. Because if you sit down as a statesman, as a pastor, and you think all is well because you belong to a faction, so when you cannot speak against it. Now look at what has happened to him. His bank has been collapsed. Look at the number of unemployment burden that have been imposed on this country. People are hungry.
14.7% of unemployed youth.
How did we get here? So some of them should start speaking.
And these are the people who promise that they will create jobs. Even I recall when Samuel Nku was on the national platform saying that there will be more jobs and people from diaspora will even have jobs.
Yes.
You know, because of our time, your final thoughts on Agyapadie before tomorrow we'll congregate again. Go much into details for Agyapadie because we are not done yet. Because this whole document, this whole manual, my goodness.
Comrade, thank you very much. Medicine, honestly speaking, and me mood our film kakra. But it's here from Chami Yami Admochna, Mebija. Yami Admochna, Mebija. With the issue with the insurance. Yeah. Now, National Insurance Commission, let's just say, they have been able to change the leadership.
Of course.
Now, changing of the leadership will definitely determine who will be one company and they say insurance company. So they have been able to do that thing. Now, when you go the SIC group, appointment to the board and senior management, and one more take you over there.
Yes.
They have done whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
It's here for our someone made him some AC. Yes, someone. Sebi, and continue be and yet to be breaking the 8. Ginudachi, Umadachi, 4 years time to come, how will your life be like? In about 10 years time to come, how will your life be like? Sadia no ene so juhu ansana so koto aba wotu aba. Na sebi ukoto aba nso so a mesawa tumo bia owe ni suade hu no.
Chris.
Yes, sir.
The final bite.
Okay, before we end, let's quickly go to mining, oil and gas industries.
Okay.
Our mining as well as oil and gas strategies constitute a major plan of the blueprint of controlling a stream of natural resources which God has prosperously
generously bestowed on Ghana, particularly the Achim land.
You understand? Which means, as we stated earlier, they want to take the sensitive part.
Our mining as well as oil and gas strategies constitute a major plank of the blueprint for controlling the extraction of natural resources which God has generously bestowed on Ghana, particularly the Achim land.
It practically means that because the oil resources are there within Achim enclave, they want to capitalize on this so that other Ghanaians, the farmers in Yendi, the market woman in Tando, everybody across the country wouldn't benefit, so that there is only few of them. So the Agyapadie document is a book that is very dangerous to the future of our country. It's a very dangerous document to the future of what? Ghana's economy, infrastructure, and everything. So this document is a dangerous document that you must all speak against if you are a well-meaning citizen and a Ghanaian. And simply put, I want to speak basically on what? The 24-hour economy and how things are going to be changed if the NDC come into office. So now if you are going to 7 December, our time,
yes.
Let me hold on fire.
Yes.
24-hour economy, the game changer.
Yeah.
We'll continue another time. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, a game changer. It's a privilege having Sam and Christian in the studio today. Because of time, we'll be here tomorrow again to dive our nose deep into the Agyapadie document. So don't miss this Agyapadie document episode this week. And thank you for being part of this show. Thank my production team, Isaac and Cole, for a yeoman's job you're doing. Thank you very much. Until I come your way tomorrow at the same time, 4 to 6. Say it. May God Almighty be our strength. And let love lead. Thank you very much.